Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Good morning, good morning. How are you doing? I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, somebody is up. Good. Second person is up. Third person is up. Thank you so much. I had to do this broadcast because I'm under intense pressure. My heart, Ejukon name, I like that name, Ejukon name. It's a philosophy I've always operated. Ejukon name, make trouble come out for something. I like that name. Thank you so much. Please invite others to join. We have a matter of serious national discourse. Solomon Okotiomuwe, thank you so much. Good morning to you. We have a matter of serious national discourse, very important to discuss this morning. In fact, I had to do this broadcast before going anywhere. My heart is heavy. Sonyo Yoroko's friend, oh my dear brother. Ima Odige, my brother, Oyedo Pataki. Thank you. Welcome. How is Doha doing? Something of serious national concern is in my heart, and I want to share it with you. The subject matter is going to be in 3 dimensions. Number 1, I will give you a situation report. Emmanuel Amma, thank you so much. I will give you a situation report. Then I will also share with you the reason why we are where we are. Our people are dying. Our people are suffering. Our people are living on the express road. Married men and women sleeping on the express road. Our communities are flooded. Judy, thank you so much. We have a serious problem. Councillor Dennis Agori, thank you. Please invite others to join. I am burdened in my spirit, heavily burdened in my spirit. And we must do something. We must do something. A time comes when people arise and help their people. In Matthew chapter 25, Jesus said, when I was sick, did you visit me? When I was hungry, did you visit me? When I was naked, did you clothe me? Jubril Matthew Effiong, you have a very united name, a name that unites Nigeria. James Ian, good morning, sir. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Osao, thank you. Ekoko Niba Jeo, good morning. Thank you so much. Please invite others, invite your friends to join this broadcast. I will have to start. I come to you this morning with a very heavy heart. 10 years ago, in 2012, we had a devastating flood in Nigeria. Oh, from Russia, thank you so much. Abai, thank you so much. 10 years ago, we had a very devastating flood in Nigeria, and in the Niger Delta in particular. And this flood is a preventable disaster. I will, towards the end of this live broadcast, I will share with you why we are where we are. 10 years ago in 2012, the east-west road from Ughelli to Port Harcourt was cut off. And we had to pass through Asaba, Onitsha, Owerri to get to Port Harcourt. It has happened again. 10 years later, we have a more devastating flood, with several of our towns flooded from the north down to Kogi State, Anambra, Benue, some parts of Rivers State, Bayelsa, and Delta State. I even hear that the government house in Bayelsa is being threatened by the flood. Good morning, Aremolu from Ireland. Higato, thank you so much. Good morning. Close to me here, in Isoko land, there is devastation. Somebody just called me now that you could take canoe from Uzere to Ole. Take canoe from Uzere to Ole. Lekiazo, thank you. Canoe from Uzere to Ole to Yanga Market. Patani has been overwhelmed. Ewu, that is the Urobo Ewu, has been overwhelmed. Okwagbe has been overwhelmed in his Ughelli South. Iri has been overwhelmed by flood. Ideze has been overwhelmed by flood. Emede has been overwhelmed by flood. Igbide, Uzere, even Okpare near me here in Ughelli, the flood has crossed a part of the road near the junction to Kiagbodo. And parts of Ozoro, including the university, has been flooded. The situation is very, very critical. Our people are suffering. Imagine people living in tents along the express road. My driver had to swim from Inenurie when he got to the secondary school at Evreni. In fact, the flood nearly carried him away. So, Uweru, they had to open the road divider for water to pass. Some vehicles carrying passengers were swept into the water. God helped some of them, and they just sustained minor injuries. Ironically, not much has been heard from government. Instead of our government thinking about disaster relief, the National Security Advisor and Council, okay, say, Sonny, I couldn't pass Okpara this morning, I had to pass through the market area. Yes, that's what somebody told me, pass through the market area. So, Sonny Oyorokos can testify to that. Now, instead of talking about the flood, our National Security Advisor and whatever came on air and they are arguing whether Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and not acquitted. These people don't care about Nigerians. They don't care about the citizenry. And I will let you know some of the intrigues involved. Our people are dying. My people are dying. They are suffering. We can't wait for government. Let us become the extensions of God's hand to our people. Number one, our people need food. Our people need food. Peter T. Williams, thank you from the UK. Our people need food. Our people need clothing. Some of them just left their houses with the clothes on their back. Imagine little children in this rain living outside. So, we need clothing. They need soap. They need detergent. They need tissue paper. They need sanitary towels, the women, sanitary towels. They need insecticides. They need mats. They need blankets. They need water. They need water. Aragene, Kerefe, thank you so much, Frederick. They need water. They need anti-malaria drugs. They need anti-diarrhea drugs because this water has an odor. The water is itchy. The water is very poisonous. So there is no water for them to drink, and some of these children will innocently go and swim in this water. They need analgesics. They need antibiotics. They need temporary shelters. And in the IDP camps, people are suffering. Some of them, the water has invaded some of the IDP camps. Can you imagine that people were told to come to Uviamuge, which is in near between Ugeli and Agbaro, to come and collect relief materials. So you need to leave Okwagbe, you need to leave Okpare, you need to leave Otu Jeremy, you need to leave wherever to come to Uyamuge to collect relief materials. No, it's not good enough. I am asking for your help for us to take these materials to these traumatized people. Please help our people. I beg of you. I need your assistance. I did this 10 years back. I took materials to Ole. I took materials to Iri. I took materials to Ewu. I took materials to Ugeli Harisi Primary School. I need your help to help my people. My people are suffering. Our people are dying. Number one, wherever you are listening to me now, I beg of you. I beg of you. I beg of you with all of my life. Ask for donations for food. Ask for Gary. A basket of Gary is now 1,500 naira. 1,500 naira. Not to talk of beans. Not to talk of yams. I beg of you. Ask for donations in your churches. For people to donate materials. Noodles. What we call Indomie in Nigeria. Noodles. That can easily be prepared. We need eggs to give protein to our children. We need salt. We need rice. We need ingredients to cook this food. Please, if you are a pastor listening to me, you are an elder listening to me, you are a general overseer listening to me, and you are in an area that is not flooded. Ironically, when Russia invaded Ukraine, Nigerian pastors set up prayer groups to pray. Nigerians know how to pray for another man's trouble. We pastors, we don't know how to care for our own needs. We don't know how to care for our own people. We are praying for Ukraine. Our people are dying here. We are not hearing from government. We are not hearing from the politicians. They know how to carry ballot materials to rural areas, to riverine areas, but they don't know how to bring relief materials to people. Wicked governance. Please, let's not be as wicked as they are. I beg of you, ask for donations in your offices. Put a cup. Ask for money to be donated. The money will be well utilized. Collect materials wherever you are. Town unions in the diaspora, Urobo Progress Union, Isoko Development Union, different unions. Igbo Union, Anambra is overwhelmed. Atani, several parts of Anambra, they are overwhelmed. Please, I beg of you. Oko is overwhelmed. Your town unions, you call an emergency meeting in the United States, in the UK, in different parts of the world. We need help. Nigeria is devastated. Those of us in the riverine areas, we are devastated. Ask for donations in your offices. Ask for donations in your old students association. Ask for donations in any way you can. If you have a school, like I'm going to ask my pupils and students to donate materials that I will take to these IDP camps. Ask from your staff, ask from your neighbors. Somebody saying, where is the governor in all this? Forget these people, they don't care. The Niger Delta government received 377.9 billion. 377.9 billion naira in the first 6 months of this year. I am not seeing anything by government. I am not seeing anything by FEMA. I know these evil people. After the flood has receded, they will go and bring materials. They will say they have spent billions. Delta State received 140-something billion in the first 6 months of this year. Your governor in Delta State receives 2 billion naira every month for security vote unaccounted for as pocket money. He will leave office with 192 billion. Flood does not know PDP. Flood does not know APC. Flood does not know Labour Party. Our people are dying. I am begging of you. Please. Now, I want to ask the Nigerian Medical Association to please, I beg of you, raise a team to go to the IDP camps. Nigerian Nursing Association, please, raise a team to go to these places to treat people. Imagine a woman giving birth in the street, in the express road. Please, I am begging. I am appealing to your heart. This is when our Christianity has to make a meaning. I've not seen any of our pastors asking for help for these people. It is sad. It is wickedness of the highest order. It is hypocrisy. I am begging you. We cannot wait for government. I said earlier on that 10 years ago, I collected materials and distributed to various parts. Please, help me to reach these people. Help me to reach these people. I'm begging of you. So, how do we do this? Oyorokos has asked a question. How do we do this? Yes, somebody has said that the Red Cross should go to the IDP camps. That's good. Lucky. He said, but they can ask for offering from rural branches. Yes. That is the tragedy of Christianity in Nigeria. Those living in the war front don't have bulletproof vests. They don't have guns. But we in the headquarters, we wear bulletproof vests. We drive the big cars. And the people who need help most, he said, bring ye all the time so that there might be food in the storehouse. The tithe is for the benefit of the people, not for we big pastors. I am begging you. Church has failed in this time. Government has failed. Let us not fail our people. I am begging. Please, I am begging. Now, how do we do this? I have not been able to open a special account for this project, but I have an account that is empty. Any monies paid there will be judiciously accounted for. When I made posts about these things, people are sending prayer. We don't need prayer now. My brother, we don't need prayer now. We don't need prayer. Our people need help. Our people need food. You can't pray for a hungry man. So, how do we do these donations? Those of you who know me, you know I am very frugal with money, and I have integrity. I am managing assets that run into close to R1 billion for people all over the world. I have land documents in my house here that run into close to R1 billion for different people in the diaspora, in America, from Greece, from different places. They trust me. They trust me. So, I'm going to call an account number now. And I want somebody to help me write it. Dennis, you can help me write it. Lokiazo, you can help me write it. Oyorokos, you can help me write it. I'm going to call an account number that you can send donations to. 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 1,000 naira, 100,000 naira. From all over the world, where you are hearing me now. From all over the world, wherever you are hearing me, my people are dying. My people are dying. Please help me. Help my people. I'm going to call an account number. So please, 7472395013. I'll take it again. 7472395013 FCMB. If you type it, you will see my name. If you don't see my name, don't pay anything. So 7472395013 FCMB. You will, if you pay there, we are going to buy noodles, we are going to buy gari, we are going to buy different things. Yes, it's up there now. Thank you so much. FCMB, Didi, correct your own. FCMB. So if you send your donations there, we are going to buy materials, carry them there, and you will see the videos where we will be distributing them. Mr. Sam Ojakovo of the First Baptist Church is a strict human being. He is going to be managing the finances and will publish the account online, the expenditure online when we are through. If you want to donate materials around the Ughelli axis, you can call Raymond Orogun Ugbe. He was the one that reminded me of my responsibility to humanity. He told me, Doctor, you have not done anything. And I could not sleep. So you can call him on 07032848116. Raymond Orogun Ugbe. Please, my handwriting is very bad. I don't know what I wrote here. So I will take the Raymond Orogun Ugbe number again. You can type two numbers and try them. 07032848126. So the last digits are either 16 or 26. I have a very terrible handwriting. I don't know how I managed to graduate from school. So please, you can call Raymond Orogun Ugbe. You can call him and you can send your materials to Heroes of Faith Church along the express road. He will collect them. Please direct the appeal to the right source, government and nothing but government. No, you don't do that. That is That is negating social responsibility. In the United States and several other parts of the world, people donate. You are going to wait for government before your people die. If your father is living in Okparabe where they talk now, you wait for government before he dies. No, some of us are more responsible than waiting for government. I run some of the best schools in this state. I don't wait for government. I've learned that I am government. It is we that make government. It is we that make society. We must take responsibility. We can't direct to God. What if they don't respond? I'm talking to Jolly Mokobia. What if they don't respond? You are waiting for government. Wait for government. I don't wait for government. I am a responsible leader in this country. I'm going to make my own donations and contributions. They don't wait for government in other countries. Who is government? These lousy people. You can also call Dennis Agori. You can call Dennis Agori on 081-268-99310. Let me say this. I'm a very aggressive person. Jolly Mokobia, if you are not going to donate, please delete your comment and get out of this place. Don't come and make stupid statements here. People are dying. You are telling me to direct the appeal to the right source. Which government? Have they done road for you? Your children were at home for how many months now? Did your government react? I don't like cynical comments, please. If you are not part of this thing, get away from here. You can direct your donations to Ojakovo Samson 080-33-922-855. Ojakovo 080-33-922-855. He's of the First Baptist Church. He's a great philanthropist. I was in his program where he did eye surgeries for several people in Araba. Several people in Araba. People's eyes were open. This one is not healing by speaking in tongues. They did surgery, the eyes opened, and the people saw 2 eyes opened. I was there to preach. So please, Ojakobo is a very responsible person. I just called his number, and let me call the number again. 080-33-922-855. First Baptist Church. You can send your materials there. Barrister Okeya, who is our legal advisor. His number is 080-3492-5340. Barrister Okeya is 080-3492-5340. Please, that's Barrister Okeya. You can also, Sonny Oyorokos, I want to beg of you, put your number on the screen so that people can get to you. Lokiazo, Loki Ovuzorie Efi, please also put your number on the screen so that people can get to you, give materials to you, then we collect them, we go as a team to deliver them. Then if you work in the bitter glass industry or you know Pastor Mike Ojo, you can contribute your materials to him. We will take them down. I have a Hilux truck that somebody gave to me that can pass rugged terrain, so we'll be able to go. Somebody said he already sent a token of few baskets of Gary. Thank you so much. The need in Isoko is very, very high. Very, very high. Very, very high. And we need to... Solomon Okotie Omuwe, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, let me talk about the reason for this flood and why we must insist that this country should change. Why we must vote wisely. Why we must, this country, we must, oh God, somebody does not understand. Can you hear me now? Olukayode, can you hear me? Olukayode, can you guys hear me, please? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. I hope you are hearing me, please. Wanza Digital, thank you. Thank you. Wanza, you must be from Zambia. You must be from Zambia. Oh, okay. Ufoma, thank you. I hope you are relaying it live on YouTube too. Let me talk about this flood. This flood is as a result of governmental negligence and recklessness. Number one, rivers, lakes that have international boundaries are governed by treaties. They are governed by treaties. We have the Lake Chad Commission. It is governed by a treaty because Lake Chad is governed by by about 3 countries: Nigeria, Chad, Niger, and Cameroon. So when you have a body of water like this, has several nations having access to it. It is governed by treaty. The Lake Victoria is governed by Tanzania, Kenya, and I think Uganda. So there are laws. The River Niger is governed by treaties we signed with the other countries. The reason Nigeria supplies electricity to Niger Republic is that if Niger Republic builds a dam across the River Niger in Niger, we won't get water in Kenji Dam. We won't get water in Shiroro Dam. Solomon Okotiomwe, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I hope the audio is up again. Can you hear me, Solomon? Can you hear me? So, the River Benue in geology, as Sam Ojakobo taught me, when the earth split open, it forms 3 arms. One of the shorter arms is called the Olakojin, and that's the River Benue. So the River Benue comes from northern Cameroon, and northern Cameroon is higher than southern Nigeria, higher than even Kogi State. So there was a treaty signed between Nigeria and Cameroon in 1977 to 1982, when the Cameroonians were building the Lagdo Dam. Lagdo is Lagdo in northern Cameroon. They told Nigeria that as they were building this dam, Nigeria should build a dam in Adamawa State that is 2.5 times the size of the Lagdo Dam, so that when their dam is filled with water, if they release water, our dam, they call it the Dancing Hausa Dam, can collect the water, and then we can subsequently release it slowly. Let me give you another international illustration. The River Nile, I've been to the source of the River Nile in Jinja, in Uganda. Now, Ethiopia is also a source of the River Nile. You know, you have the Blue Nile and the White Nile. when Ethiopia wanted to build a dam in Ethiopia, Egypt was ready to go to war, even Sudan, with Ethiopia, because it would deprive the economy of Egypt water. So, Ethiopia had to sign an agreement, like as we signed with Cameroon. And part of the agreement is that Cameroon must inform us long time ahead before they release their water. Between 1977, please, 1977, I had not entered university. I just finished secondary school in 1976. And I'm 63 years now. 1977 to 1982, Cameroon built their dam. 1982, people listen to me. 1982, Cameroon built their dam. 1982, $1 was 50 kobo. $2 was 1 naira. These our wicked leaders refused to build the dam. The Dasin Hausa Dam in Adamawa State. Atiku became vice president. He did not remember. Goodluck Jonathan, who is from Bayelsa State, where dead bodies floated in Cemetery Road in Yenegua, did not know that flood will overwhelm all his buildings in Yenegua and Otweke. They refused to build this dam. Since 1982 till 2022, we have not built that dam. Oh, wicked people. So Cameroon informed us months back that they were going to release water. Somebody posted on my line that Nigerian meteorological one thing made warnings that people should move to higher ground. Move to which higher ground? Which person's higher ground? People in their houses are being kidnapped. You want them to go and live in the expressway. So that, did you provide security? If they move to higher ground, did you provide food? Till today, I have not heard anything from, is it FEMA, NEMA, or National Emergency Wanting Agency? I have not heard anything. These criminals, in a few weeks' time, when the flood has receded, they will say they spent 100 billion to buy materials for these people. Thieves, wicked people. Wicked people. The people are hungry now. And the materials will not reach the poor man. A few evil men, like as they did concerning palliative during EndSARS, will lock them up in warehouses, waiting for 2023 to use them to bribe people to vote for them. Oh, this country grieves my spirit. Grieves my spirit. I never knew at this time in my life I will be doing this kind of broadcast in this country. It grieves my spirit. I am angry. I am pained. Grieves my spirit. So, Nigeria refused to keep their part of the agreement. Nigeria refused to keep their part of agreement. All this suffering from Nasarawa, Adamawa, Kogi. Imagine the man, this young man running up and down to be president. His state is flooded now. Lokoja is flooded. You can't pass Lokoja to Abuja. Flooded. So number one, we refuse to keep our part of the agreement. Number two, we refuse to prepare. Remember, Cameroon built their dam between 1977 and 1982. That means since the last flood in 2012, Nigeria could have finished building this dam. Oh! Imagine these wicked men that could collect presidential fund with 100 million. I have not seen any of them making donations for our people. Oh God, it grieves my spirit that young men will still carry ballot boxes for these criminals. Market women will still go and dance for these wicked people. Nigeria has refused to build this dam. During the oil boom, we could have built this dam. Now imagine what would have happened if we built that dam. Number one, food production will have increased. Number 2, fish production will have increased. Number 3, electricity supply will have increased. Number 4, tourism in that area will have increased. We messed up this opportunity, and one lousy boy, because maybe he's APC, is sending me a message on my Facebook page that the current administration is on the drawing board to design a new dam. Una de craze? Is something wrong with your brain? 1977, Cameroon built their own. 1982. It is now that you are waking up. Why is it that Nigerian leaders wake up slowly? Is it because of their illiteracy or old age? Haba. Number 2, the National Emergency Agency refused to prepare for this disaster. Number 3, global warming. Global warming. Ice is melting in the polar regions. Large icebergs are floating into the sea. So sea levels are rising. The temperature in the atmosphere is high because the ozone layer has been depleted by flaring of gas and all kinds of rubbish we do to pollute the environment. So ultraviolet rays are penetrating, and we are now like a greenhouse, and the resultant effect is that more water evaporates from the sea and then condenses, and then the volume of rain is very high. And because Cameroon is higher than us, the place is in a mountainous area, their rainfall is higher than our own, it starts earlier than our own, and they cannot allow their dam to collapse because of our stupidity, our insanity. So global warming is part of the problem. Number 3, our rivers are silted. I've been observing an island forming. If you are entering Onitsha, on the left-hand side, an island has been forming there. It is because of silting. Erosion from the higher part of the River Niger or River Benue is bringing a lot of sand. And so, this in combination with water hyacinth slows the flow of the water, and then with silting and then high rainfall from global warming, the rivers are clogged. Listen to me. Barrow in the north, I can't know the state it is now. Barrow in the north, if you know it, please remind me. Barrow in the north was a port. Goods could be carried from Lagos to Barrow. We refuse to dredge. So all our rivers are silted. America transports a lot of goods through the river Mississippi. In Eastern Europe, the Danube River, I don't know if I'm pronouncing well, D-A-N-U-B-E, the Danube River is a major source of transportation of goods in Eastern Europe, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and all that. We refuse to dredge our rivers. If you go to Cotonou here, in Cotonou, you see in between the streets, you see large canals. We could have constructed large canals to the sea so that when water comes, it can flow easily to the sea. If you go to America, there are dikes. They dredge sand, form dikes. Barrow is in Kwara State, They form dikes. And then they have water pumps. Once water enters, they pump it out. Schiphol Airport in Holland is below sea level. A lot of parts of Holland is below sea level. But they have taking proactive action to prevent flooding. Something is wrong with the brains of those we vote for, and those of us who vote for them, we are more stupid than the people we vote for. Because if an idiot can convince Dr. Apoki to vote for him, the idiocy of Dr. Apoki has PhD in stupidity. No, we won't continue like this. We will not continue like this. Either we die in this country or we save this country. We cannot continue like this. And so, if you, those of you who live in Ugeli, I grew up to meet Ijaw people paddling canoe through the river from Ike Clarkstown, Kiagbodo to Okpare, from Okpare to Ugeli, and then from Ugeli the river continues to Agbara. So Jomo Akpore's grandfather will buy his goods, they will carry them to Agbara. From Agbara, he will not carry them to Orogun. On Ugeli River now, you can't paddle canoe to Okpare. It is silted. And we have government. Each local government chairman gets 100 million every month. Nothing is done. The road to my school is very bad. What is it? Paul Adam said, God help us. God has strike for us. We need to... It be like say make I blow person. We need to take back our country. God is not a politician. Politics is a creation of man. And man determines what happens in his country. America was created by men, though they trust God. So these are the problems that we have. Now, the rivers are silted, the rivers are not dredged. River Anam, what is it called? Orashi River from Uguta. We could carry goods from the Atlantic to Uguta. River Anam, Orashi River, River Non, River Niger are not dredged. Uguta can become an inland port. Why are our roads bad? Too many trailers plying this road, carrying heavy goods on the road, while water transport could become an alternative. And like as you have towns around railway stations, we will have new towns springing up along these river banks. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. This country, something will give way. Now, let me tell you what is going to happen. Some communities are going to disappear with time. John Abraham Godson, you were a senator in Poland, so you understand what I'm talking. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You understand what I'm talking about. So, now, there is going to be more herdsmen, farmers crisis. Let me explain to you. With global warming, there is going to be desertification. With desertification, the Fulani herdsmen will be migrating towards the south more. With flooding, people are going to move from the coastal areas, the flood prone areas. They are going to move to higher ground. And so there's going to be a concentration of people in a small area with conflicting culture, with conflicting interests, with conflicting attitude. The problem with even the headsmen is an arrogance that they own this country, that the land belongs to them. So we are going to have more crisis. And food is going to be very expensive because with desertification, there's no planting, crops will die, animals will die. With flooding, Gary has increased in price to 1,500 for a custard bucket. Rice has increased in price. So we have a combination of hunger, disaster, clash. So there's going to be more crisis in this country. And we must do something. The nation of Israel has not developed through prayer. It has developed from the time of Ben-Gurion through Golda Meir to Yitzhak Rabin to Netanyahu to Levy. By sheer determination, they've converted a desert to a and we go for tourist, we go for pilgrimage. When una go this pilgrimage, una eye no dey open. You go to Mecca. Now una count una state for Nasarawa, waiting be that small man El Rufai. Now una state dirty and they backward. Now so Mecca be, now so Medina be the same Islam. Now so Kuwait be. I stopped in Abu Dhabi. If you see the citizens, very neat. This was Abu Dhabi that Idi Amin used to send meat to during Salah. You could drive in the streets without headlamp, electricity. It is their fellow Muslims for poor, stupid countries like Nigeria that wash toilets there. The same religion. When religion refuses to lead to development of a people, it has become an assassin of the intellect. It is only escapism, stupidity, and an entitlement mentality that make people think that prayer is the key. Responsibility is the key. Jesus said, "Don't you know I should be about my Father's business?" It was then he grew in stature, obtained wisdom, and had favor from God and man. Responsibility. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him, responsibility. Tend this garden, responsibility. Go ye into the world, preach the gospel, responsibility. Until Christianity and Islam in Nigeria translates to responsibility, it will be a weapon. They will become weapons of backwardness and oppression. Oh, let me say some few things and I'm done. I told you that the states in the Niger Delta receive 377.9 billion. 377.9 billion in the first 6 months. This is minus IGRO. This is minus other things. 377.9 billion. And go to Bayelsa, flooded. Delta, I have not heard from my governor, and he wants to be vice president. They are spending. The governors from the Niger Delta are the tools that some people use. They must pick a governor from an oil-producing state to use our money to campaign and finally oppress us. This was how Odili spent the money of Rivers State trying to become president. Spent the money of Rivers State trying to become president. Then eventually they put Yaradua there. Something is wrong with our brains. I keep telling people that are struggling to break this country. Nigeria is the same. Nigeria is like cooking soup. Then you share it into aluminum plate, you share it into China plate, you share it into food flour. Now the same soup, now the same people, until reasonable people. Somebody said I'm very aggressive. Somebody said I insulted one governor. I'm older than him. He cannot talk anyhow in this country and I won't answer him. No! We're going to be aggressive. How many times person they die? Before you carry me from here to Ogara, if I have a health issue, I don't die. So why person go fear at this age? You mess up around me in this country, I finish you. Can't continue like this. I was passing the general hospital yesterday as I was coming from the farm. There was no electric bulb on in the ward. The whole hospital was in darkness in the 21st century. Doctors will be using phone torchlight to do operation. What is it? What is it? How can we tolerate this stupidity? How long? How long? So, let me come on a lighter note. Recently, there was land trouble between, I think, Emede and Igbide. And I saw one stupid young man putting fire on buildings, burning buildings, and he was video recording himself. Burning fellow Isoko people's building. Now, flood has come. Igbide has been ransacked. Emede has been ransacked. The landlord of the land has come to drive you out. Go and fight for water now. Go fight for water, go fight for land. You know, say your brain no correct. Even if they give you the land, have you people used it well? You kill yourself because of land, because of oil well. The oil wells in the Niger Delta, there is no traditional ruler in the Niger Delta that has oil well. There is no retired major general that has an oil well in Nigeria from the Niger Delta. And you keep fighting yourself over supervision of pipeline to carry your wealth away. And your governors are not ready to develop your state. They are even taking loans to contest election to judge court cases. One day something will happen. Oh. On a serious note, all these our big pastors with big titles, water no don't come now, you don't run leave church. You know to say God pass you. You don't run leave church. In Ideze, there's a shrine near my friend's mother's house. Water come. I don't know whether the juju swim come out or whether it run with his children. Water cover juju, cover everywhere. This country, let us learn to fear God. Oh. Major General, Bishop, Governor. One governor's father died of COVID because there was no oxygen. Before they went to Benin to bring oxygen, the governor's father had died. A member of the House of Representative or House of Assembly died because there was no oxygen in the state capital. You see, where are all the prophets running up and down, collecting offering, collecting seed? Our people need your help now. Our people, I don't run church. Our people need your help now. You say you are taking over cities for God. Water has taken over the cities. Please, go there and donate money. Raise offerings in your churches and donate money. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I can sleep well tonight, but I'm expecting your donations. The account numbers have been read out. The account number has been read out. Phone numbers have been read out. Please get in contact with them. If I mentioned your name, please put your phone number so that people can get in contact with you. When Ethiopia was devastated, it is so-called secular musicians, Michael Jackson, that we will not play his music in church. Diana Ross, Steve Wonder, that raised money. Church pastors, imams, they were nowhere to be found. Religion, without caring for the needs of the people, is hypocrisy. So, I want to read the account number that you can pay into. I'm begging of you, please. 7472395013. 7472395013. FCMB. Your money will be well utilized. I'm going to donate. I'm sure I'm going to be one of the highest donors. So your money will be well utilized. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. And we can continue this discussion on my WhatsApp page. Let me give you the number: 070 52136763 07052136763. Please share this broadcast so that people can respond to the needs of my people. My heart is heavy and I am grieved. And you can do this in several states. You can do it in Adamawa, Anambra, Kogi. It must not be personalized to any person. Let's reach out to our people. Lean on me when I'm not strong. That's that song, Let our hearts reach out and touch our generation. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm expecting your donations. Thank you so much.